Welcome. This is the Bird's Eye View. I am Randy the War Duck, and as you can see, I'm solo. There's been a lot going on. I got sick. I was traveling. YouTube decided that they would mess with Mr. Crow, and so I don't know that whatever Mr. Crow is dealing with YouTube to see what they can do there. So anyway, today is Sunday. 9:15, September 15th, and lo and behold, what happened? FBI investigating second assassination attempt of Trump at Florida golf course. Apparently, there was some guy in a car, and he lifted up an AK-47. Secret Service immediately started shooting. They opened fired. The guy drove off. But they caught him a short while later. They found the AK-47 in the bushes. Secret Service rushed Trump to the clubhouse where Trump does what Trump does and was asking if everybody else was okay, because he doesn't worry about himself. He worries about everyone else. But, man, second attempt in 2 months. And if you remember, after the first attempt, Biden and Harris, they were all talking about, oh, we have to change the language. We can't be, so aggressive with our language and blah, blah, blah. Of course they didn't. And, Trump's still the greatest threat to democracy and blah, blah, blah. So, them woke wackos, of course, now think that they need to go attack Trump again. So again, this falls on Biden. Well, this falls on Harris now alone and their campaign, because they keep using these threat words and this kind of a whole threat that Trump's a threat thing. And so now people get all whacked out. And so again, you have somebody with an AK-47 trying to take out Trump. Oh man, they can't use AR because it's not an AR. What are they going to do since they don't know what AR stands for? Oh, no, AK. Now we got to learn us. How do we assault no, bro. AR doesn't even mean that, but they use it anyway. Now they're going to have to try to figure out AK, and it's just whatever. Anyway, Trump is fine. That's all anybody needs to know. Trump is leading in almost all of the battleground states. I don't think Harris leads in one poll in the battleground states. Trump is leading in every state that he's supposed to win so far. And so, again, Trump is here to help the nation. Trump worries about everybody else. Harris doesn't even have any policy. She's stealing Trump's policy. Now, all of a sudden, Harris thinks that, oh, we're going to build the Harris wall. We're going to build the wall on the border. And that's my idea, even though I said it was racist and xenophobic, 4 years ago when Trump was trying to do it. What, Harris? Now you want a wall? Like, do you have an actual thought that's yours? I guess that's my real question. And then if you watch her interview, that answer is no. No, she does not have an original thought in her brain. It's sad. It's just pathetic and it's sad. And I can't believe that people are even considering voting for her to be the president of the United States. You saw what happened to our country when you have some weekend at Bernie's moron in Biden as the figurehead of our country. Runs it into the ground. Nobody can afford anything. Just pathetic. So what else does Harris want to do? Well, all of a sudden now, Harris decides that, let's remove the degree requirement for federal jobs. Now, I've been a federal worker for, 20 years, 18 years, 19 years? Anyway, too long. I've been a federal worker too long. I'm not at retirement age yet, so I can't retire, so I still have to work there. And the degree requirement is there for a reason. Because there is a lot of people that are in the government already that shouldn't be. I can't tell you how many incompetent workers I see all the time. I'm constantly fixing problems in my job. I'm constantly having to do things that people should be able to handle on their own. And then when you go to train people, people can't learn the basic skills. Like reading and comprehension is just a basic skill. If you can't If you don't have that skill, you can't pass college. That's why there's stuff in there like this. Now you want to remove that. If you remove barriers to the federal workforce, you know what you get? You get morons like this. Do you remember this idiot? The White House employee, government official. Yeah. Somebody gave this idiot a security clearance. How? How did this guy get a White House security clearance? Because he proved he couldn't handle it. What did he do? Well, he got arrested for doing what? Stealing women's luggage at an airport. Twice. But yet they gave this person a security clearance. You can't remove barriers like the government, like the 4-year degree to the government workforce. And let's be honest, there actually isn't a requirement for a 4-year degree. Every job in the government is based off 2 things: knowledge, skills, and ability, or a degree in place of those knowledge, skills, and ability. What does that mean? Well, if you just got out of college and you have no skills, no experience, don't know anything else other than I graduated high school, I went to college, I was able to complete college because I'm not a complete moron, then you qualify at a GS5 level in the government, an entry-level job. Now you qualify, doesn't mean you get the job. You still have to go through a lot of times an interview. You still have to go through background checks. A lot of times you still have to take a drug screen, which, let's be honest, just eliminates a lot of people anyway. Currently, right now, marijuana is maybe legal in your state, but it's not legal for the federal government, which means if you test hot, you cannot qualify for a government job. Now, the other side of that is, let's say you went into the military. You spent a bunch of time in the military. You got a whole bunch of life skills. You may have even left the military and you got out and you went into the civilian world and you learned some more skills and you got some more knowledge. And then you decided, you know what? I'm doing pretty successful already. I don't need to go to college, but I want a government job. And then you say, okay, now, do I have any knowledge, skills, and abilities that equal what they would get from a government degree? And then you say, well, yes, I do. So you write it down in your resume, all your skills and abilities, how you meet the requirements of the job. And then guess what? You also qualify for the job. So this whole thing about removing the federal or the degree requirement is all BS, because it actually already exists. There's no reason to say I'm going to remove a degree requirement when the degree requirement doesn't already exist. Now, where you may run into issues is, for example, I would like to be a VA doctor. Okay, Harris, how are you going to qualify with no degree? Because as far as I know, you really can't get the knowledge, skills, and ability to be a doctor without having the degree. And if you do, I sure as hell don't want you as my doctor. Maybe he can be your doctor, but damn sure ain't my doctor if he hasn't been to school enough and passed school. There's a reason those things are in place, okay? What about this? Okay, an engineer, an architect. Oh, I don't have a degree, but I'm pretty skilled at being an engineer and an architect. I'm just going to go ahead and start building government buildings for you or doing all this other stuff. No. It doesn't make sense. Harris, this makes 0 sense. It's just I don't even know like who you would be fostering to at this. I'm assuming that you think the people that aren't voting for you are uneducated and want a government job. And that's who you're trying to spin this to get some votes. But I'm telling you, this doesn't make any sense. There's already the ability to get a government job without the degree. You just have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to actually pass. Hold on one moment while I get a drink. Okay, sorry about that. Man. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the electoral college polls for right now. Based on the polls, let's see, we got Trump winning 286, Harris 252, Alaska, Nevada, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Iowa. All those swing states that she's just not going to win are all polling towards Trump. And if you think about what's really happening, because this is the honest truth, is normally, you see Democrats leading in polls as you get closer to an election. That's just typically how it always is it'll always show Democrats leading going into the polls and then the thing. So like when Trump won the first time, Hillary Clinton was leading in all of the polls by 5 or 6 points, right? And then Trump wins. And then you had last year's election or not last year, but last election, Biden was ahead by 6 or 7 points, right? And then we all know what happened with that, magic votes and all this other stuff. And let's put this right here, because I'm so sick and tired of people saying that, voter fraud, that's all BS, that never actually happened and stuff. Well, guess what? All of you that always say that voter fraud, blah, 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 bull. Look, DOJ, illegal immigrant, stole U.S. citizens' identity to vote in multiple elections, obtained American passports. So, voter fraud proved as fact. So, every time you say there's no voter fraud, blah, 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 you're automatically wrong. You're automatically wrong. The DOJ has proved it. It only takes one case to be true. I'm sure there's more. If one person gets arrested for it, I guarantee there's more. Just like every crime that there is, if one person gets arrested for it multiple times, it's actually occurring. So there. It has been proven fact that in the 2020 election, an illegal immigrant voted in the election. There you go. And there's no question who he voted for, is there? No, you don't even need to ask that question. But you could read the story, and it'll tell you, even though you already know. So, therefore, all the YouTube, all the Facebook, all the blah, 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 and all the censors and all the fact checkers, you guys are morons. Because you're wrong. Because it happens. DOJ has now actually got somebody. They actually did their job for once. And they actually found an undocumented migrant from Guatemala. Gee, I wonder how they got into the country, Biden. Obama. Anyway, we're all done. I'm just saying that voter fraud is a real thing. It happens. Just because they don't arrest people all the time, it's still there. Does it make a big time sway in things? I don't know. Because our elections are so porous. There's no requirement to show that you're a citizen yet, although I hope that's coming. But here's proof. Now, with that, we're out of here. Much love all. Thanks for joining me for the bird's eye view, and we'll catch you next time. Much love all.